Either way is fine. Okay, flip this. This would be negative 3 over 5. That's it. That's its inverse. Still negative. What's the inverse of 2?
Negative 2.
You're not changing its sign, you're just flipping it. 1/2. Okay, 18 divided by 3. A positive divided by a negative gives me a what?
Negative.
Negative, and 18 divided by 3 is 6. Positive divided by negative equals a negative. Remember that. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Positive divided by a negative is negative. Okay, we are actually taking a fraction and dividing a fraction, aren't we? Don't do this on your calculator. We're going to do it without. Seriously, you need to know how. So, I'm going to write this first one as a fraction, negative 16 over 1. You can do anything like that. Change that to multiply. Flip the second fraction. Now, you may say, I can't multiply that in my head. You don't have to. Because we're going to reduce, we're going to simplify before we multiply. Look, does 8 go into 16? How many times?
Twice.
So I'm going to cross this off and make it a 2, and this becomes a 1.
Wouldn't it be negative?
Yeah, the negative's still out there. I reduced 16 over 8 before I multiplied. Now you can do it without a calculator. What's negative 2 times negative 3?
Negative 6.
Negative positive 6 over 1, which is just 6. Okay, let's do another one. Let's do another one. You keep the first fraction the same, change it to multiply, and when you change it, you got to do what to the next fraction? Flip it. I can also reduce this. What can I do? Does anybody know? I could reduce both, yeah. 3 divided by 3 is just 1. So I'm going to cross those off and I'm going to replace them with a 1. I could divide both a 10 and an 8 by 2, can I? What's 10 divided by 2?
5.
What's 8 divided by 2?
4.
Now I can multiply straight across. What's negative 1 times 5?
Negative 5.
4 times 1 is 4. Negative 5 over 4. If you really just don't like that whole reducing thing, take a look what happens here. This is what we started with. You can multiply straight across and then reduce that, and you'd end up with that. Okay? Either way is fine. Okay, here. Negative 64 times 1 over negative 4. I can do that. Or I can just do negative 64 divided by negative 4. It's going to give me a positive or negative answer. Positive. Does anybody know what it is? 16. If you're not sure, you can, you can take it like this, or you can just do that on the calculator.
Would it be negative 16?
Nope, negative divided by negative is positive. There's this handy little triangle. If I can remember it, I haven't used it in a long time. Negative divided by negative is positive. Positive divided by negative is negative. This is like this little triangle if it helps. Okay. All right. Again, I have a number divided by fractions, so I'm just going to do 18 over 1. Change it to multiply. Flip the second fraction. I can sort of reduce here. This can become 1. This becomes 9. And then I multiply straight across. I get negative 81 over 1. 9 times negative 9. Okay, keep the first one, change it to multiply. What does 18 become if I flip it? 1 over 18. I can reduce that, divide the 2 by 2, divide the 18 by 2.
So say 3.
No, it's right here. This, yeah, okay. Equals negative 1 over 45. See? Fractions aren't so bad. Flip it over. Okay, apply. Andy recorded the low temperature each night at his home during January. Over 5 consecutive nights, he recorded these temperatures. What was the mean? Mean means what? Average. It's different than range. Average is different than range. Low temperature at his home for these nights. So you just add up all the low temperatures. And to find the average, what do you have to do? Exactly, divide by how many there are. And I'm just going to kind of do this quickly because we're sort of running out of time. Equals -1 degree.
I guess the house must be freezing.
Outside.
Oh.
I would assume they're talking outside. That would be pretty cold. Yeah, yeah. Okay, simplifying. So I'm going to do these 4 real quick, and it's not as bad as it may appear. You may have learned a different way, and that's okay. But when you have a sum in the numerator, and you have a single denominator, you can rewrite the fraction like this, and put the denominator under both of those things on top. And that helps you simplify.
For the first one, in the back, I got -6.6, and then all you have to do is change it to a fraction.
This one?
Yeah.
No, we'll look at that in a second. Let me keep going here. Okay, 40 divided by 8 is what?
8. Wait, no.
5. Always check to see if this is divisible by itself, and then you just write 5x plus 32 divided by 8 is 4. You have simplified that to this. Okay? Let's do another one. Now, be careful. There's a subtraction here. Change it to adding a negative, and then split up that fraction. So 2x over -4 plus -8 over -4. And then see what you can do to simplify each of those fractions. This can be reduced to what? -1/2 x. You can put the x next to it or in the numerator. Doesn't make a difference. What's this become? -8 divided by -4. 2. Positive 2.
Oh, positive.
Yep, negative divided by negative is positive. Okay? Try this one on your own real quick. Split it up, just like we did before. Okay, take a look. Did you get this? If not, check it out, and let's do this last one. Changing this to adding a negative. Two z plus 4. Hopefully you got that for the last one. Yes, you have homework today.
And I did.
Can't complain. 2.5 weeks in. It's probably the first time you've done math homework at home. Right?
What I did wrong on the back. Oh.
Okay.
I don't wanna.
So here is the homework. It's on your calendar. It's also online. This is also posted on the website. There's no excuses for not knowing what it is. 2.6. Okay?